values of these inverse trigonometric functions. And we ended our discussion with this one, no? Ito naman, exact naman yung makukuha natin. So dahil pasok yung pi over 6 radians dun sa ating sagot, kaya we accept that answer. Kailan lang tayo nagta-trial and error? Kapag hindi siya pumasok dun sa range of values. Now let's try arc cosecant or the inverse of cosecant theta. Observe the possible values. So ang rule pala po dito, I think sa mga STEM 10, no, we provided a different answer. You should follow this one. Kailangan kasi pasok siya dito sa loob nito. Kapag hindi siya pumasok dun sa range ng negative 5 pi over 6, negative 3 pi over 4, negative 2 pi over 3, negative pi over 2, pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3, and pi over 2, it means we cannot accept that answer. Let's try to deal with the first example. Tingnan nyo to. Pag pinrest natin to sa calculator, it should be arc sine, and then we get the reciprocal, that is negative the square root of, it's negative 3 over 2, the square root of 3. So if you press that one in the calculator, ano yung binibigay sa inyo ng cycle? Anyone here, raise your hand if you want to answer. Hello? Give me what the calculator give you. Kirby. Yes, Kirby?
Negative pi over 3 po.
Negative pi over 3 radians, di ba? Pero may nakikita ba kayo dito sa possible values natin na negative pi over 3? Di pa, wala. So it means we cannot accept negative pi over 3 as the correct answer. So not all the time is yung pinaprovide ng calculator natin is yun yung tamang sagot. Tandaan ninyo, you have to consider ngayon yung mga family of pi over 3 regions. And in the given possible values, dalawa lang naman yung pwede nating itry. And they are negative 2 pi over 3 at saka itong pi over 3 regions. So what we're going to do is we will have a trial and error for 1 over sine pi over 3, and you can also try using your calculators 1 over sine negative 2 pi over 3 regions. So applying the reciprocal, which is cosecant, can you give me the exact value of 1 over sine pi over 3? What is the answer? 1 over sine pi over 3. Yes, Angel Faye.
To the square root of 3 over 3 po.
Correct. Positive siya, di ba? Yung binibigay niyang value. What about the second one? I-try natin si 1 over sine negative 2 pi over 3 radians. Yes, Irish?
Negative 2 square root of 3 over 3 po.
Oh. So, it means hindi natin gagamitin si pi over t as the correct answer. So, what we will consider now as the final answer, which is negative 2 pi over 3 radians. No? So, yun po yung susundan natin. No? So, this just proves no, na hindi lahat ng pinaprovide ng scientific calculator is kailangan ninyong i-accept. Kasi ang kino-consider nga ninyo is the range of the arc cosecant function. O, i-try naman natin ito. What is arc cosecant? Cosecant 5 pi over 2. So, sa periodical examination, minsan may mga lilitaw na ganyang problems, no? Mauuna muna yung regular trigonometric function, and then kailangan yung hanapin then yung inverse trigonometric function. So, naghalo sila, no? Yung cosecant function at saka yung arc cosecant ay magkasama sa iisang statement, no? So, can you give me the exact value of this one? John Paul Adato,
Pi over
what's the answer?
Pi
Pi
over
over
2.
2. Pasok ba siya sa ating possible values? Pasok siya, di ba? So dahil nandun siya dun sa range of values ng arc cosecant, kino-consider natin siya as the correct answer. I hope you understand. Okay? So ginagawa lang yung trial and error kapag wala siya dun sa mga possible values. Let's have the last one. Yung huli nating inverse trigonometric function, which is the arc secant theta, or the inverse of secant theta. So observe all the possible values, no, for the arc secant function. We have 0 regions, pi over 6 regions, pi over 4 regions, pi over 3, pi, which is 180 degrees, 7 pi over 6, 5 pi over 4, and 4 pi over 3 regions. Can you give me the answer? What is arc secant negative 2? Arc secant negative 2. Are you raising your hand, Angela?
Ay, hindi po, sir.
Okay. Kindly press. What do you press on the calculator? It's arc cosine, and then get the reciprocal of negative 2. That is negative 1/2. So what we're trying to find is the arc secant function. Yes, John Paul? What is the answer? Sino ba dyan? Danny, Rinan?
2 pi over 3 po, sir.
2 pi over 3. Tingnan nga natin. Hindi siya, di ba? Bakit kaya? Kasi kung 2 pi over 3 yung binibigay ng calculator mo, hindi natin siya pwedeng tanggapin as the correct answer. Why? Kasi wala siya sa possible values. So ibig sabihin, gagamitin natin yung mga family na may denominator na 3. So we will be using pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3 respectively. Okay? So what are you going to try? You should try 1 over cosine pi over 3, or we should try 1 over cosine 4 pi over 3 radians. Can you give me the value of 1 over cosine pi over 3? Nelson J?
2 po.
2. Positive 2 siya, di ba? What
Apo.
about 1 over cosine 4 pi over 3? Tara Camila?
Negative 2 po.
Negative 2. So, which of the two are we going to use? Siyempre, yung pangalawa, di ba? So, the answer will be 4 pi over 3 but not 2 pi over 3. The calculator will be giving you a value that is not inside the range of the arc secant function. So, if that happens, you should be using another method in which you should use trial and error, no? Whether the statement becomes false, syempre, hindi yun yung answer natin. But if the statement became true, no? So, since we are looking for the value negative 2, then what we will be accepting as the final answer is 4 pi over 3 radians. This might sound confusing, no? But you have to really consider all the possible range of values for each inverse trigonometric functions. Did you get it? Okay. What about this one? What is arc secant negative 1? Yes, Jasmine?
Pi po.
Is it pi? parang wala, ay kasama si pi, no, sa ating range of values. Tama, very good. No? Basta't pumasok siya doon sa ating possible values, wala tayong problema. Okay? So may dalawang cases, no, para sa mga arccotangent, arccosecant, and arcsecant function. Ano, pwedeng ibigay ni calculator yung tamang sagot or pwedeng hindi niya ibigay, no? So you have to consider kasi yung kanilang possible values. So tapos meron pa palang isang problem. Try nga natin ito. What is arc secant negative tangent 3 pi over 4 radians? Ang gagawin po ninyo, i-press nyo muna sa calculator yung negative tangent 3 pi over 4. After getting this value, then that's the time that you get arc secant function. Sige. Anyone who could give me the final answer? Take note nyo po ha, negative yung magiging sagot ha. Negative. Yes, Thea, Aline, Micaela, Jewel, sino yung magre-recite sa inyo?
Ako po, Sir Micaela po. 0 po yung answer, sir.
Okay,
Zero po.
tignan nga natin kung 0. Very good. So it is 0 regions. At dahil ang 0 region ay pasok dun sa mga possible values, we accept it as the correct answer. Very good. So tapos na tayo sa evaluating inverse trigonometric functions. We will be proceeding now to the third topic, which is trigonometric equation. So in the periodical examination, we will also be encountering almost 4 items, no, regarding this skill. No? So since there are 4 choices in the periodical exam, di ba, meron lang tayong A, B, C, D. No? When trigonometric functions involve an equation, ibig sabihin, meron tayong equal sign. No? Halimbawa, sin x, no, is equal to 1/2. Your goal is to find the missing x value. So kailangan alam niyo yung value ng nawawalang x. So nasa mga choices lang naman yung sagot. No? Halimbawa, pi over 3, pi over 6, no? Pi over 2, or pi. Pag ganyan yung mga tanong sa periodical exam regarding trigonometric equation, all you need to do is to substitute or replace the value of x. No? At kung sino yung nag-satisfy dun sa condition natin, no? So that it would be equal to 1/2, then that's the correct answer. So the technique is, hindi nyo naman talaga siya kailangang isolve. No? All you need to do is to perform what we call the process of substitution. No? You have to substitute for the value of x through trial and error method. So meaning, you have to try all the items, no, in the multiple choice exam. Naintindihan ba? So yun yung pinakamapapayo ko sa inyo na pwede ninyong gawin in dealing with those trigonometric equations. No? So remember, the exam is just 1 hour. No? So kailangan ninyo ng mas mabilis na technique on how to deal with trigonometric equations. No? Nasa mga choices lang yung sagot. So let's have this one. Halimbawa, tulad ng tanong ko kanina, if sin x, no, is equal to 1/2, what do you think should be the value of x? Yes, Hannabella?
Pi over 6 po.
Pi over 6. No? Tama. Very good. No? It's pi over 6 radians. Because when we replace sine 30 degrees, no, or pi over 6 radian, the answer will be the exact value 1/2. Okay? So any equation that involves a trigonometric expression is called a trigonometric equation. No? Basta't may equality na siya, tinatawag na natin siyang trigonometric equation, no? For as long as present yung 6 na functions natin. Let's have this particular example. Determine the solution of the following trigonometric equation given the interval 0 to pi. So when you say 0 to pi, it means starting from 0 degrees to 180 degrees. Kasi pi radians is equivalent to 180 degrees. So kailangan lang natin mag-isip ng value na ganon. So ito yung mga choices natin. Here are the special angles. We have 0, pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3, pi over 2, 2 pi over 3, 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 6, and pi. Let's have the first example. Sin x plus cosine x is equal to 0. So we'll try it using when x is equal to 0. So can you press in your calculator sine 0 plus cosine 0? What is the answer? Sine 0 plus cosine 0. Brian?
1 po.
1 siya, di ba? Pero it is not equal to 0 kasi ang hinahanap natin kailangan equal siya sa 0. So we cannot accept 0 region as the correct answer. Let's have another trial and error method. Let's have x is equal to pi over 6 regions or 30-degree angle. So if you are in the degree mode, you can use sine 30 plus cosine 30. Can you try it? Sine 30 plus cosine 30. To those calculators in the region mode, you can use sine pi over 6 plus cosine pi over 6. What is the answer? Ano nakukuha natin na value in your calculator? Hannabella?
1 plus square root of 3 over 2.
Actually, nakasulat na siya dito. And still, it is not equal to 0. So we cannot accept pi over 6 radians as the correct answer. Let's have the next one. What if x is equal to 45 degrees or pi over 4 radians? Can you try sine 45 plus cosine 45? Yes, Charles, Adrian?
Square root of 2.
Correct. So it gives us the value, the square root of 2. Is it equal to 0? No, kasi ang hinahanap natin ay equals sa 0. Let's have the next one. 60-degree angle or pi over 3. Can you press sine 60 plus cosine 60? What is the answer? Yung nagre-reflect sa calculator ninyo, ha? Yes, Jeremy? Ano nag-reflect sa calculator mo?
1 plus square root of 3 over 2 po.
So again, wala pa rin sa mga hinahanap natin na special angles yung tamang sagot, no? Jeremy, pwede bang mamaya na kayo tumawa? Na nagmamadali tayo sa mga lessons natin. Na later na lang. So wala pa doon yung hinahanap natin na answer. Now let's try 90 degrees, no? Which is pi over 2 radians. So can you try in your scientific calculator sine 90 degrees plus cosine 90 degrees?
1 po, sir.
Jasper, na? What is the
1 po,
answer?
sir. 1 po.
1. So hindi pa rin siya yung 0 na hinahanap natin. Tama? Let's try 2 pi over 3 radians. Ano yung equivalent niya in degree measure? 2 times 180 over 3. Yes, Brian?
$120 degrees po.
Correct. So, we'll just encode sa mga naka-degree measure dyan. Sine 120 degrees plus cosine 120 degrees. Ano yung tamang sagot? Hannabella?
-1 plus square root of 3 over 2.
Tama. No? So, ganun yung magre-reflect sa calculator niyo. May sagot ba dyan? Parang hirap naman hanapin ang sagot, di ba? Let's have 3 pi over 4 regions. You'll try sine 3 pi over 4 plus cosine 3 pi over 4. Irish, what is the answer?
0 po.
Correct. So, do you think this is now what we are looking for? So, meaning, kapag pinalitan natin yung x ng 3 pi over 4 at 3 pi over 4, no, makukuha natin yung exact value, which is 0. So, kapag sa periodical exam, yun yung value ng missing x. No? By trial and error, you were able to get the correct answer. Did you get it? Okay. Para sa 5 pi over 6, hindi siya. Ganon din sa 180 degrees. So, isa lang yung exact value ng x. No? And it is 3 pi over 4 regions. What is the equivalent in the degree measure? Can you give me the degree measure? Yes, Charles?
Negative square root of 3 over 2.
Ay, sorry po. It is, ano yan?
Negative square root of 3 over 2.
What I mean is, ano yung equivalent degree measure ni 3 pi over 4 regions?
180 degrees.
Ano? 100?
80.
3 pi over 4 regions? Yun ba yun? Any idea, Brian?
135 degrees po.
135 degrees. No, yun ang kanyang equivalent. No? Pero parang sa periodical, wala namang degree measure. No? So, kailangan talaga more familiar kayo sa ating radian measure. No? Hindi talaga magbibigay ng ano. Kasi familiarity of the radian measure is yun yung mas ginagamit. So, ito yung ating solution. No? Ang tawag natin sa 3 pi over 4 is the solution to the given trigonometric equation sin x plus cosine x is equal to 0. Let's proceed to the second example. We have sin x plus cosine 2x is equal to 0. Clarification, if you have 2x here, it means that you have to get double of that angle. No? So for example, kung meron kang pi over 2 and you have to multiply 2, then makakancel siya. Magiging din siyang pi. No? So, parang ano lang yan, in common sense, kung 30 degree yung angle, dodoblehin mo siya, it will become 60 degree angle. No? At, so meaning, kung pi over 6 radian siya, pag nag-multiply ka ng 2, you have to double your radian measure. So that will also be equal to pi over 3 radians, which is also equivalent to the 60 degree angle. So yun yung ibig sabihin ng cosine 2x dito. Ayan. We need to find which angle measure between 0 to 180 degrees or 0 to pi radians should be the value of x to make the trigonometric equation satisfied on both sides. Try natin sa una. Mabilisan ko na lang papapyo ko na lang i-discuss sa inyo. When we try 0, so that will be sine 0 plus cosine double of 0. So the answer will be 1. So this should be reflected on your calculator. And definitely it's not equal to 0. Let's try the 30 degree angle. So we have x is equal to pi over 6. So we'll have sine pi over 6 plus cosine twice pi over 6. And that is also equal to 1. So it's not equal to 0. For x is equal to pi over 4 regions or 45 degrees. So we have sine 45 degrees plus cosine 2 times 45 degrees. So that's a 90-degree angle is equal to 0. And the final answer will be the square root of 2 over 2. This should be reflected on your calculator. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa rin siya yung hinahanap nating tamang sagot. No? We also have pi over 3. So we have sine pi over 3 plus cosine double of pi over 3. The answer is the square root of 3 minus 1 over 2. And that's still not equal to 0. So wala pa rin dito yung hinahanap nating sagot. Let's have the 90-degree angle, pi over 2. So we have sine 90 plus cosine twice of 90 is 180. Parang ano lang to, sine 90 plus cosine 180. The answer will be 0. So therefore, the 90-degree angle is the one that we are looking for. It means that 2 pi over 3 radians, 3 pi over 4 radians, 5 pi over 6 radians, and pi radians are not solutions to the given trigonometric equations, but it is what? Pi over 2, no? Which is considered the correct answer. So again, since in the periodical examination, there are 4 choices, you limit your possibilities onto those 4 choices. Simply select one that will satisfy the given trigonometric equation, and voila, no, you will get the correct answer. So no need to worry about questions regarding trigonometric equations because those are easy to deal with, especially when they are in multiple choice type of examination. Madali lang silang i-substitute, no? Doon sa x value, at once na nag-satisfy siya doon sa other side of the equation, then that is the missing value of x. Ganun naman parate, di ba? Parate nyo naman talagang hinahanap si missing x.
Parang mawala.
Mute ako. Na-mute pala ako. Yun. So yun yung ating pinag-uusapan yan. No? So, tapos na ako sa may, you should try this one. 2 tangent x plus 4 sine x minus secant x. So you have to think of values between 0 to 180 degrees in which you could replace for the value of x. Iiwan ko na sa inyo to as an assignment. Solve for the missing x here so that it will be equal to 2. Did you learn something? So we are now done with trigonometric equations. I'll be stopping the recording.
Recording stopped.
Mamaya na kayo magkanta na. Maganda naman yung boses niyo, naiintindihan ko naman. Okay. So I will be proceeding now to the last part of my presentation. We'll have another recording for this one. Hindi pa tayo tapos. No? This is our last topic na bago so on Monday review na lang tayo. Week 7. Ba't ganun? So I'll be starting to record again this Zoom. Allow me to record.
Recording in progress.
So again, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for still staying in the platform. I'll be proceeding now to our last topic, which is situational problems involving inverse trigonometric functions and trigonometric equations. So this is already week number 7 that we're finishing. In the periodical examination, you will be encountering problems involving inverse functions and trigonometric equations. So, pag naka-encounter kayo ng mga similar problems katulad nito, like Alam niyo pa ba yung angle of elevation, angle of depression? No? Yung mga concepts na yon, for sure makukuha niyo ng tama itong sample problems. So naalala niyo pa ba to? Yung mga may sinusoidal function. Katulad ng paano natin i-measure yung um, ocean tide, no? Pwedeng high tide, pwedeng low tide, no? Or yung sa Ferris wheel problem natin. Parang ganun yung gagawin natin dito. So, here's the problem. So, during a leap year, the number of hours of daylight in a city can be modeled by d of t is equal to 12 plus 2.4 sine the quantity 0.017 t minus 1.377. No? So, yung mga scientists, no, they were able to form functions like this, no, or trigonometric equations such as this one, in which we get the number of hours in a daylight, no. So that is t is equal to 1, meaning we start from January 1. So if you have t is equal to 60, that will be the 29th of February. Why? Ilang days ba meron tayo sa January? Di ba meron tayong 31 days. And how many days do we have in a leap year? Dun sa kasama pati si February 29, di ba? So 29 plus 31, so it means our t is 60. And so on, no? So give one day of the year whose number of daylight is about 14.4. And then for letter B, we also need to compute the number of hours of daylight during October 30. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng number of hours of daylight? Di ba pagka summer, like March, pinakamahaba yung araw natin kasi kaya nga siya summer, no? We have the longest daylight, no, pagdating ng summer. Pero pagka winter, di ba nag-daylight saving time tayo? Kasi agad dumidilim, no? 5:30 pa lang madilim na. No? So during the month of November, December, January, February, usually dun longest yung night natin, pero shortest yung ating daylight, no? Pag naman bandang March, April, and May, dun naman longest yung ating daylight. So alam nyo ba na nako-compute siya gamit itong model natin? So let's deal with this problem. Paano yung letter A? So una, ang given natin ay d of t is 14.4. No? Our unknown is the p-value. So the formula is d of t is equal to 12 plus 2.4 sine times the quantity 0.017 t minus 1.377. Solution. No? I-replace natin yung d of t ng 14.4 because that is our given. Then equate natin doon. Next. We transpose 12 to the other side. So magiging siyang 14.4 minus 12. So that will be ilan? 2.4. 2.4 sine this function. And then we divide both sides by 2.4. So ang mangyayari magiging siyang 1 is equal to sine 0.017t minus 1.377. So magiging siyang inverse function or arc sine of 1, no, is equal to this expression. And what is arc sine of 1? Diba? That is pi over 2 plus 1.377 is equal to 0.017t. So, una, i-evaluate nyo muna to, no? Ito. Ang value niya ay pi over 2. Tapos, i-transpose ninyo itong negative 1.377 sa kabila. So, magiging siyang positive. 1.377. And then ito. Combine natin yan ng pi over 2 at saka 1.377. So magiging siyang 0.0170. So when you combine this one, substitute pi over 2 plus 1.377, that will be 2.95. So ibig sabihin, ito, anong date itong 2.95 na ito? Parang di-divide pa natin siya sa 0.017. So our T is 174 days. And counting 174 days from January, that will be, the exact date will be June 22. So ibig sabihin, pagpatak ng June 22, no, gaano katagal ang araw, no? It is 14.4 hours, no? Kasi medyo summertime pa yung June, di ba? So, yan. Yan. Gusto naman nating sa letter B ngayon, gusto naman nating malaman, no, kung gaano katagal, no, ang number of hours on October 13. Leap year ito ha, so isasama ninyo yung October 29. Ang tanong, ilang araw meron tayo, no, from January 1 hanggang October 13? How many days? January 31, di ba? February, leap year siya, so 29 days. March is 31, April is 30, May is 31, June is 30, 31, 31, 30, and meron tayong remaining na 13 days, no, sa October. No? So kapag in-add natin lahat yan, ilan yung total? 287 days. Gusto nating malaman yung bilang ng oras, no, ng daylight time. So the daylight D of T is 12 plus 2.4 sine times the quantity 0.0170 minus 1.377. Our D of T will now be this one. No, isa-substitute natin yung T value natin, which is 287 dun sa ating model. No? Model function. Pagkatapos, when we evaluate this one sa calculator, idiretso nyo na sa calculator, that will be 11.15 hours. What do you notice? Bandang October, mabilis na rin gumabi. No? Kasi 11.15 hours na lang ang daylight time. I-compare nyo yun sa June na merong 14.4 hours, no, na daylight time. Diba? So, it follows with the season as well. No? Kaya napaka-importante ng topic na yan. Next is a recall, no, of your grade 9 mathematics. No? So this is an application of the inverse trigonometric functions. Let us read first the problem. So a ladder 12-meter long, no, rests against a vertical wall so that the distance between the bottom of the ladder and the wall is 7.5 meters. Determine the angle in degree measure formed by the foot of the ladder and the wall. So these are common problems, no, involving trigonometric, inverse trigonometric functions. So first is you have to illustrate the problem. So observe the wall, no, the ladder, and the ground. No? Those are our three parts. So the ladder is represented by 12 meters because that is the length of the ladder. Diba? It's 12 meters. The adjacent side is 7.5. So we have a missing theta here. Isn't it that when you have a missing theta, no, it involves, no, inverse trigonometric function. Kasi pag nawawala yung angle, gagamitin mo is arc sine, arc cosine, or arc tangent. But you have to decide what inverse trigonometric function should we use. if it involves the adjacent side and the hypotenuse. You remember SOHCAHTOA? Ano yung involved kapag hypotenuse at adjacent side? Diba ito? The cosine function. So, ibig sabihin, ang gagamitin natin ay yung arc cosine later sa paghahanap ng angle no, in degree measure formed by the foot of the ladder and the wall. So, for our given, the adjacent side is 7.5 meters and the hypotenuse is 12 meters. For the unknown, we are looking for the missing angle, theta, in degree measure. So for the formula, we have cosine theta is equal to adjacent side over hypotenuse. Again, we use the mnemonic Ka. For the solution, so we have cosine theta is equal to 7.5 meters divided by 12 meters. See? So that will be the inverse cosine 7.5 over 12. Can you press this one in the calculator and give me the correct answer? Dapat naka-degree mode yung inyong calculator. Arc cosine 7.5 over 12. Naka-degree mode siya dapat. Can you give me the answer? Anyone? Arc cosine 7.5 over 12. Anyone? Yes, Hannabella?
51 degrees.
51 degrees ba siya? Tignan natin. It is approximately 51.32 degrees. Of course, kung may mga choices man sa periodical exam, yun yung hanapin ninyo, yung near sa 51.32. Did you get it? Let's have the next problem. With the sun, a coconut tree 16 feet tall casts a shadow, a 3 feet shadow. Determine the angle of elevation from the tip of the shadow to the sun. So how do we deal with this problem? So as you could see, you need to illustrate first the coconut tree that is exactly what? 16 feet tall. Okay? And this coconut tree will have a shadow, di ba? Paano ba yung itsura ng shadow? Yan yung shadow niya. Tama? So meron siyang makakast na shadow from the sun. Ganun yun. So, have you imagined, no? Paano na ayun yung sun, ayun yung height ng ating coconut tree, ito yung shadow niya, no? Yan. So, the opposite side is 16 feet, the adjacent side is 3 feet. This is from our given data. Diba? Ayun yung opposite, ito yung adjacent niya. When it involves, no, the opposite side and the adjacent side, it involves no TOA, di ba? TOA is tangent is equal to opposite over adjacent, di ba? So alam natin na tangent function ang gagamitin natin. So again, the given are opposite side is 16 feet and the adjacent side is 3 feet. Our unknown is theta in degree measure. So our formula that we are going to use is tangent theta is equal to opposite side over the adjacent side. So we have tangent theta is equal to 16 feet over 3. So parang ang gagawin mo lang dyan na, gagawin mo siyang shift tangent, 16 over 3. Can you press that one in the calculator para makuha natin yung missing angle? Okay, press nyo nga sa calculator yon. Mert, what's the answer?
79.38 degrees po.
Yan natin, very good. So yan ang hinahanap natin, missing angle in degree measure. Now it's 79.38 degrees. Pag hindi nyo nakukuha, you have to ask your classmates paano makuha yung tamang sagot. No? Anyway, shift tangent lang naman yan. So, tapos na tayo sa ating applications no, ng inverse trigonometric function. So, nakita nyo, nagamit natin si arc cosine at si arc tangent, no, sa ating discussion. No? I think there will be 4 problems, no, involving trigonometric equations and inverse trigonometric functions sa periodical exam. So you have to revisit that topic, no, na diniscuss ko sa inyo today. Congratulations to everyone. We are now done with the topics in pre-calculus, no? So I will still be seeing you next semester, mga anak, for statistics and probability, no? So the continuation of your pre-calculus, no, will be followed by another specialized subject, no, in STEM, which is what we call basic calculus. At sino yung magiging teacher ninyo sa basic calculus? Kilala nyo? Siyempre, si Sir Jesse ang magtutuloy ng mga nasimulan ko, no? Because I will be venturing into another branch of mathematics, which is statistics and probability. Anyway, tandem pa rin naman kami ni Sir Jesse sa math. Mathya pa rin na. Pero for sure, magugustuhan ninyo yung subject ninyo kay Sir Jesse, which is basic calculus. Kasi from the word itself, di ba? Basic lang. O, kung nahirapan kayo sa may pre-calculus, ibig sabihin, mas madali yung tatahakin ninyong landas, no, sa basic calculus. So with that, I am now signing off, no, as your pre-calculus teacher. For next week, we'll just have completion of your outputs, no, and review na lang yung gagawin natin and prepare for the upcoming summative test and your PETA number 2 on Wednesday, I think, except sa mga STEM 9. Ang PETA ninyo will be on Tuesday. The rest of the will have performance task number 2 on Wednesday. So wala na tayong gagawin yan next week kung hindi mag-review na lang at mag-exam ng summative, no? And yun, yung PETA natin. Okay? Paki-prepare na rin po yung inyong math notebook and your learning portfolio for PETA number 3 and 4. So anyway, i-check pa naman yan sa periodical exam na. No? Basta i-ready nyo lang yung mga subject requirements para maging smooth ang ating transition for the second semester. So I commend everyone here in the platform, no, who have attended. Very good kayo lahat. No, and hopefully sa statistics and probability, no, is yung passion ninyo sa pag-attend na both face-to-face and online class will still be high, no, pagdating dito. So mas mataas yung expectation sa inyo pagdating sa may second semester. Finger heart sa inyong lahat. Very good. No? So heart reacts naman sa mga nasa platform pa. Nagpa-check pa kayo ng attendance. Pwede pang ilagay ninyo yung name ninyo for the attendance. Yeah. So thank you very much and mag-aral ng mabuti.